All right, I'm here today with Tim, owner, founder of Bizarre Bar.
Bizarre Bar, yeah.
Place is pretty special. We did a tour over there, shot a video over there. What'd it take to put that thing together?
It was a lot of work, honestly. So here's real quick before we start. Like I said, I've never really done this before. I was kind of like doing a little bit of research to kind of like ease myself into this to feel a little bit more comfortable. I feel like I read somewhere like icebreakers are good, right?
Okay.
And I was kind of like thinking like a good icebreaker would be like, what would be, I guess, an impression of an actor if you could do one. I guess what is your best one?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me marinate on that for a minute while you do yours.
Okay, I planned this out, so I'm
you
just
had
gonna
practice.
have it, because I researched it. So
I
this
like
is
that.
mine right now.
Okay. Hat's going backwards.
All right, snakes on the plane. Snakes on the plane. That's Samuel L. Jackson. See, the hat helps.
Yeah.
So I always wear the hat, and the hat doing it backwards kind of helps. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to like break the ice, make it not so.
You definitely broke it. There's none left. That was perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, get the ball rolling, and I think that's a great thing to do. I think I might try that, when I meet my future wife. If she likes
you're
it,
gonna do an icebreaker with her?
I think so. I think that might work. Right now I just look angry all the time. So I think that, maybe doing icebreakers like that. Actually, I brought like something to make it look a little bit more.
What is that?
It's just something to make me more approachable for your audience.
I would approach you now. I mean, I would definitely approach you now.
I think this helps, I just have like kind of that face, like that punchable face. But when you wear this, it's like, he's joking, right? Everything I say is a joke. So I'm going to wear this for a while, and then like I'll feel more comfortable and I'll take it off. I'll maybe unbutton my shirt a little bit more, and we'll see how it goes.
What's weird is some people like look super cool and then you meet them and they're not. You have it both.
Oh,
you look cool and you are cool.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when I met you at the bar, within like a few minutes, I'm like, this guy's so awesome.
Oh, man. Whoa.
I'm just really into energy, and your energy is incredible.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm going to file that away and use that today when I'm feeling a little down. Like, this guy thought I was cool.
Nah,
thanks.
You're 100%. I mean, you are awesome. Your bar is awesome. Your vibe's awesome. Everything about you is incredible. And I don't think you have a problem meeting a future wife. There's probably a lot of them you're meeting at the bar. You spend a lot of time there?
I do. I spend like right now. So every day, pretty much I'm there just because, it's new and I'm trying to like really dial it in. There's still a lot of things to figure out. It's a little bit different. I mentioned to you before, I own another bar called Oddfellows. And that's pretty dialed in. It's been open for like 10 years. And so, I kind of want to get Bizarre Bar to that point where it can just kind of run itself. I can let, my manager kind of take over and just be able to enjoy life more. I think that'd be great.
This isn't your first rodeo, right? In downtown? Where did it all start? Because every place you've been to, I've heard, has been packed.
So I've been in downtown bartending for like forever. I'm like 100 years old. So I've been like one of the first bars I ever worked at was called Art Bar. It was on Main Street. It's not there anymore. And then I went over to a place called Beauty Bar that was on Fremont. And then for a while, I took a while off, worked on the Strip, and then I went to Oddfellows, became a partner there. I was there for 10 years, and now
While you were bartending there?
Yeah. Well, because it was really small at first, and like the guy that owns it, named Harvey, he expanded it, and so I bought in, and I became a partner. Because basically he just like, when he started it, it was like a similar situation where it's like he kind of just was like, here you go. Like, do what you can. He like kind of laid the groundwork, but, I was able to find all the DJs and help develop nights and just like train the staff. And it was a lot of work, but, it's kind of interesting because Bizarre Bar has like a similar vibe to it. And I don't want to say I'm competing with Oddfellows because it's kind of like two separate crowds, but in a way I kind of am.
There's enough to go around.
Yeah, exactly. I think the interesting thing about Oddfellows, like I said, it's been around for 10 years, but it's such a young crowd. It's like 21 to 25. So when I go there, I'm like grandpa. And
I doubt that.
yeah, no, I am. And it's kind of crazy. I give out candies and, everyone like, sees me as grandpa. But in Bazaar Bar, it's interesting. The arts district has a different, I feel like it's skewed a little older. It's probably like 25 to 35.
You can tell a difference in crowds
Oh, yeah,
between
yeah.
the two?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, like we've only been open like a little over a month, but in that time period, I see the difference for sure. I mean, we are like, I don't know, Oddfellows, like it's so packed. It gets so hot in there, and it's good for like young kids.
Uh-huh.
Whereas like Bazaar Bar, it's just like there's more room, there's more seating. It just is like kind of more. There's just it's more inviting to like I guess the older people. They don't want to be around like they don't want to be packed in a room. They don't
Right.
want to not be able to sit. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there.
Are you bartending at Bazaar Bar too? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Are you?
I'm doing everything. So I bartend there. I don't know,
What makes a great bartender?
just personality.
Because everybody knows you.
I guess. I mean, a lot of people know me because I've been around for a long time. Oh, there it goes. Um, so yeah, I've been in the industry for a long time, so I do know a lot of people, and you meet a lot of people, right?
Do you think it's the personality or the drinks they make or what, or is it a
I think
mix of both?
it's
Or
I'd say it's 80% personality.
really?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong. I think it just depends on the bar. Like in the setting that we're in, for example, Bazaar Bar, it has a lot to do with personality.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so much on the strip. I feel like the strip, they're looking for people who can like bartend
Yeah,
well
make a
and
drink.
make good drinks and are
Mhm.
like really knowledgeable in their product. But yeah, I think it's personality, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What do I know? I only know, I guess, the lane I'm in, right? I couldn't speak for all of bartending. I couldn't speak for any other venues, besides my own.
Yeah. Where did you learn how to bartend?
Uh, I guess the first bar I worked at was called Art Bar. Like a lot of people do this, they'll start out as like a bar back, and then just kind of work their way up, and that's just kind of how I did it. I think that's the best way for people looking to get into bartending
Mm-hmm.
is starting as a bar back because you kind of start learning like about booze, you start learning about like just the procedures of what the bar has in place, cleanliness, and like what bartenders need. So that way, when you do become a bartender, you're like equipped in with that kind of knowledge instead of just like learning to bartend. I don't know. I think it should be for a lot of bartenders. It's just more they learn more as a bar back than just jumping into bartending.
Yeah, almost like interning, learning it before
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Um,
Are people ordering a lot of cocktails in downtown, or is it a lot of beer, or is it a mix? Or
it's just a mix. It depends. So Bazaar Bar is interesting because we do, we do different things on the weekends. It's a lot of like cocktails. On like, for instance, we'll have shows. Like, last Sunday we had some show, and it was like kind of screamo, emo, and that was a heavy beer drinking crowd.
Mhm.
So like, it just depends, So like, if it was like an EDM show, like I feel like a lot of like the sweeter drinks. Yeah. So there's a lot of just different variables when it comes to what people drink.
It was pretty cool. I mean, the venue has your personality. I don't know if I can call it a venue. The bar. I mean, it has a mix of both, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but the paintings on the wall.
Yeah. So the paintings, yeah, definitely. It just kind of was something that I thought of because I really enjoyed the surrealist paintings from like the 40s to the 60s. And I felt like they matched the name of the bar, Bizarre, because it is bizarre. It's like plays on the subconscious. And I feel like when I kind of designed the bar, it was very much a subconscious thing because I feel like throughout the years, I've always had ideas of what I wanted to do.
Have you ever been able to put them out there, or is this the first
No,
time?
this is pretty much the first time. Yeah. So it's yeah, I appreciate you saying that because, like I don't know. I think of it one way, but hearing it from someone else is nice. Um, yeah. So thanks. I appreciate
When
that.
I walked in and I hit that corner, first I love the patio and the whole vibe going upstairs, but the paintings. There was a movie I liked a lot, and it had that painting. I think it was called Thomas Crown Affair, but it had the painting of that green apple.
Oh, okay. The Rene Magritte. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, that is super cool. And then I looked up, and there was so many chandeliers.
Yeah. 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 That was another thing too. I think the space helps eat up some of that space above your head, which is kind of nice. And I just think it's just interesting. Um,
But you took into account, like, it's not just what you're seeing in front of you; it's what you see above. And
yeah. 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 I think everywhere you look, there's something to look at. I
yeah,
mean, even when you're ordering a drink behind the bar, there's like a bunch of knickknacks that are really interesting. I don't know if you noticed
I
them, but
did.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was super cool.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, this is kind of just like my first attempt at doing something myself. Whereas before with Oddfellows, for instance, it was kind of someone else's thing that I made into what it is.
Hmm.
And now this place is like what I get to make on my own. I shouldn't say that. I think that with, people that work for me, like people like the manager, you met
Hmm.
Tommy, and
Tommy was
and
great.
a lot of the DJs and even the people that go there are also what make the space. Not just me. That's just kind of weird to say. So yeah, it's a collaborative thing, I think. Yeah. The people make the space, really. I mean, if you can get
But it starts with your vision.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Honestly, so this is kind of like all I know. Like I went to school for like hospitality and
Here,
like
did you grow up here in
I
Vegas?
did, yeah. So it's kind of
Born
interesting.
and
I
raised?
was born and raised.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like this is the industry a lot of people kind of fall into, and this is kind of all I knew. But I feel like what I'm trying to do might be a little different. At least I hope it is.
Hmm.
Um, it's not. I've always felt kind of like an outsider, and so that's kind of who I'm trying to attract. I'm trying to attract people like that, people who like interesting music, interesting art, people who may not feel completely themselves in this world. So that's I think why I do it more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome that you're there too because I don't get out much. I work 7 days a week. I've been doing this real estate thing for 20 some years, and I have a team. And you're right, it takes the whole team to create something
Yeah.
special. But I really enjoy just the vibe of your place and your energy. So I think it's going to be something special. I mean,
I hope so. Yeah, thank you.
I don't
That's
know how
awesome.
much that means coming from me, because I'm not in the industry, but, just interviewing a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs and too many people, I think, are trying to do too many things. And, like, I'm incredible at this. This is what my focus is.
What do you mean by that? Like people are trying to do too many things.
It's kind of like with my agents, like when they're first getting started or trying to be successful in the business, because in the real estate business, it'll eat you up. 19 out of 20 are out the first year. So I witnessed them trying to put their hands in too many things. And I've noticed since we started talking, you keep saying like, this is all I know. This is what I'm good at. So it's awesome to see. Like I always tell people, if you want to be good at something, you got to go all in on it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a lot of it is making it your life. I am lucky I'm able to do this, considering a lot of the other circumstances I face. But it is all I know, but I think that I put my own twist on it, you know,
Mhm.
kind of like maybe what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're able to do what you do because you're doing something unique. However, it's like people do what you do, but you're doing it in a way maybe no one else is really doing it.
Do you think you got to get to a certain level to be able to put your own twist on it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Some people are gifted. Some people it just takes time. I would say for me it takes time. It took time. Um, but some people are just a little smarter. It just depends on the person, I would say.
What was the hardest part about the journey?
Uh, I mean, I think the hardest part is myself. I think that's the hardest part. It still is. Like it's interesting because like, some people have like a lot of confidence, right? And I don't know if I necessarily do. I just kind of do things, and
Mhm.
see if it works. Um, so I think that's probably the hardest part, honestly. I don't really have a lot to lose, so that's kind of one of the bigger things too for me. Like, I don't have like family or kids or anything, so I didn't see the risk was as big to do this, than maybe some other folks. So yeah, yeah.
That's some good advice, though. Do you think like that can be duplicated where people just, aren't scared to take the risk? Because a lot of times, what I see that brings success is doing what other people aren't willing to do.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm always kind of a firm believer of doing things uniquely and not kind of following so much of the trends and just finding yourself. And I do think, yeah, being able to put a twist on things is helpful. Like starting bars though, you can start a sports bar and it could be successful. It just depends on the location and like your marketing. But I think finding what you really like helps. Um, Finding, things that you're interested helps. I think, with Bazaar Bar, there's a lot of interesting things about it that I like. I mean, I'm interested in like marketing. I'm interested in, social media, events, and running bars, so all that stuff is interesting. So it doesn't seem like a chore. I mean, I take the back. It kind of is a chore,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's interesting. So it keeps me motivated. So
Yeah, they say do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. When I tell you I go 7 days a week, that wasn't a complaint. I absolutely, yeah, God bless me to do what I just love to do. So it doesn't feel like work.
yeah, yeah.
But when you're talking about marketing the place, and do you feel like you're marketing the bar or more yourself? Because I feel like people would want to come see you.
I
And
think,
then,
it's well with the marketing, it's kind of like I'm marketing events, right, and
Mhm.
shows, but I'm also trying to show personality of the bar and the people who go there. I think that's helpful. I think people, want to see other people. I think when it comes to marketing, people like looking at people.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I like to showcase a lot of the people that go to the bar. Um, but I think with the marketing, there's a lot still that I need to work on. Time isn't a luxury I have, so like things are coming, but they're coming a lot slower. Um, but yeah, marketing is very important. I'm sure you know. I mean, this is part of marketing for you, right?
Mhm.
So, and this is like I said, a different way of marketing instead of your typical, let's just put an ad out or let's like, you know, put up a billboard.
Yeah.
People don't. I don't think people really care about billboards when they just see like the lawyer billboards. Always fascinated me.
Right.
It's just a picture of the lawyer's face and then it just attorney at law.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've never had to get a lawyer, and if I did, I don't think I would look at billboards to see which lawyer had the coolest look.
Right.
So yeah, yeah. I think it's this kind of stuff. What you're doing is really interesting. Um, I think it's great that you're doing it as well.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
means a lot coming from you. I mean, speaking of team, because I have an incredible team, I'm able to sit here and do this. But I feel like people look at Vegas and it's the gambling and, the old saying people used to ask you from out of town, do you live on the strip? Like they don't know what Vegas is all about. But people are starting to learn sports teams, other things coming into town that's making it kind of a real city, but I really, really want them to learn these small businesses, these entrepreneurs who kind of risk it all to create this, and I just don't want it to be the best kept secret. So if I can just spread the word just a little bit more,
yeah,
or help with that, that's kind of my passion project to just not have it a secret. And I was super impressed with you because I have several agents on my team who, are late 20s, early 30s. I don't know if age makes a difference, but they hang out in downtown a lot.
Mhm.
And as soon as I brought you up, because I was excited to meet you and interview, they all knew you.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So that was, to me, that's super cool. So that's why I'm asking with the marketing side of things. I think marketing you would be incredible. And then the scenery at the bar is just like kind of the bonus because you created some so special there. But it's nice that you're there, that it's not just opened and,
Yeah. Yeah. Like I just handed the keys to someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that, like I was mentioning, I want it to be something specific, and I don't think there is not another me, right? So we're not going to be able to do that. However, I would like to teach someone, to be able to do what I do, right?
Did you have somebody who taught you along the way?
Not really. No. It's a lot of experience. The person I think from Oddfellows, the guy that owns that, Harvey, that I'm
Mhm.
partnered with, he, like I said, he kind of was like, he laid the bones down and kind of was like, here you go. And it was just kind of a lot of trial and error with Oddfellows. That's really where I learned the most. Just trial and error, doing stuff like that. I learned a lot through just conversations with friends too. I have a friend named Andrew who's like really knowledgeable in marketing and just events. He's helped a lot, I would say, and other people too. There's a guy named Night Weapons. He DJs around town. He actually has a good advice too. I'm more of like a listener, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So I don't really like to think I know everything because there's no way. I like to kind of like work with people as well and collaborate. I think that helps. So yeah, I'm a collaborative person, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I could tell you're taking in a lot of information. When I met you, you were asking questions, and it just shows like you're just retaining a lot of knowledge.
Yeah,
But now you got to give it back.
yeah, I know that's interesting because I just need to learn to do that. I don't know if I'm like the best teacher because I haven't really done that. And so I'm in this like position right now where I have a manager
hmm
who's not really managed before, but I need to kind of like walk her through all the things that I think would work at that place, right? The things that I expect, the things that I think, yeah, like I said, would work. And that's like one of the things I need to work on. And saying that out loud right now is interesting because it like makes me think like, hey, this is what I need to do. I don't know. It's a weird thing because I didn't really think of that until right now. Now I'm saying it,
hmm
like how I need to work on being a teacher. Um,
I'd love to learn
yeah,
from you. You've had a lot of experience. You've seen a lot of things. And for me, sitting with business owners, entrepreneurs, we do a lot of animal rescues. Is I always tell my agents, if I can take one or two nuggets out of a conversation, it was successful.
yeah, definitely.
So, but something you said I really love, and I'm looking at it, and I looked at it in my business, and it's important to me. But I asked you what makes a good bartender, and I would automatically assume like drinks and make the perfect cocktail. But you said personality,
Yeah,
and I feel like that's the people I want to hire around me. I'll teach them the other stuff,
yeah.
but you can't teach personality.
No, you can't. I think. Well, one of the things for me, personality is important because I want the bartenders to talk to people and be able to connect with people. I think sometimes people come to bars. They come to bars for multiple reasons, right? To celebrate.
hmm
But some people, they're like they're like lonely and
hmm
they just want to talk to someone. And that's important to me for the bartenders to kind of talk to these people and maybe like not let them feel that way. I think I'll put this on again real quick.
Yeah, you're about to drop knowledge though.
Yeah,
Is that the time to put it on?
yeah,
All right.
I think so. I just don't want it to sound like sad. So
Okay.
this will help,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You were about to drop some
I just
knowledge.
think that like we kind of live in this world now where we're kind of disconnected, and we're just sometimes people are just looking to just reconnect with other people. So I think hiring people with personality in this business
hmm
is important because I don't want people to feel alone, you know?
That's beautiful.
So I think that's why I think personality is more than anything, not the drinks. I think, a bartender can make a drink and it can be kind of bland, but if they can connect with someone and I guess make their day a little better, I think has a little bit more worth in my opinion. So
Was there any icebreakers?
I think so. I think I like to ask.
So if I'm sitting down, it's been a rough day.
Yeah.
I ordered an old fashioned. Give me your icebreaker.
I would probably do the Samuel Jackson thing. That'd be the first thing. Definitely do that.
Okay.
I'd probably do I got your nose, and then boom, right there, got your nose. There's I don't know. It just depends. I honestly like to ask people, because this is like a question I ask people just for my own information too. Were you anywhere else tonight? Because I also like to get a gauge of like what was other bars like.
How did you end up here?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that your marketing hat where you want to?
I don't know. No, it's just more of I'm curious, because I'm just curious, a lot of times if it's busy, where these people are coming from, and like, it also gives me an opportunity to talk about other businesses as well. If they're like, I was at like Rebar, then I'm like, oh, that's cool. Have you been to Liquid Diet, which is a cool bar down there? The owner is awesome. His name's Brett. Really cool guy. It gives me an opportunity to also plug other businesses. I think what's cool about the Arts District is like, it seems more like a community down there of business owners, whereas Fremont really didn't. Like the Arts District, it's all small businesses, independently owned from different people. So it's more organic. Whereas Fremont, it's kind of like there's a large amount of bars that are owned by like the same group, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's almost like a Walmart,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. That sounded bad, actually. Nice. I didn't mean it like that.
It's not, because really we want to just promote, small businesses, and that's not really a small business, but
yeah. But the guy that owns all those bars is super nice, and he does a really great job. So like me saying it's like a Walmart is not true, because they're all really unique bars. Anyway, so yeah, I think the Arts District's interesting. I do like being down there for the feeling of community. That's really cool. I would like to be more involved, and I think that's another thing I should work on, along with teaching. Just because they do mixers, and there's also like little projects that they do. I think the 18B art walk or something. They do a bunch of different things. So it's cool. It's cool that they do things for people in the community. There's a bunch of apartments being built there. I'm sure you know that, right? So I'm curious to see how that affects us, if that will help us. They're saying probably like 650 apartments, which I'm not sure what that would translate to actual people that would come to the bar, but that could also mean more regulars, which would be great.
Right.
So, but I think they're all apartments. Do you know if they're apartments or they're? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So I thought I muted that.
There's a lot going on out there. My agents who hang out in downtown a lot. I just interviewed one of them about downtown, Meshach. He's got a lot of information on it. There's a lot of condos going in, apartments, high rises. So I love that they're bringing a lot to downtown and bringing more people in. Interesting about what you said, and you're asking, people where you've been. Do you ever ask them for their feedback of what it was like there?
Yeah, I do. Well, what'd you think?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't really get too deep, when I ask people that. Most people that go to bars, they're like, they want to know if it's either busy or dead. I think that's their indicator if it was fun or not.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of the feedback I get. There's rarely I'll go somewhere and like, or I'll talk to someone and they'll give me a critique of the bar as far as like what it looked like, the vibe, the drinks, stuff like that. So
is it a lot of bar hopping?
Yeah. So the weekends, that's what's cool about that area. The weekends, that's why we're so busy on the weekends. It's just a lot of bar hopping. Whereas the weekdays, it's a little sparse. So for me, I'm going to try to work more so on the events and shows on the weekdays to get people to come there.
What are some of the shows like you're looking to do?
So I have a show a week from now, a band called Lords of Acid. They're going to be playing. It was a pretty big band from the 90s, early 2000s. I have some other shows lined up. I can't really think too much right now, but it's a lot of touring bands.
You still gonna do wrestling?
So we are doing wrestling every I can't say every last Sunday of the month, but it's the last Sunday of the month, this month and next month. I think it might be another Sunday the month after that because of scheduling. But yeah, so those will fall on a Sunday. Those are cool. Those are really interesting
That
events.
sounds cool.
Yeah, yeah. We're lucky to be able to work with those guys. They're a all-inclusive wrestling league, and it's just a fun night.
Yeah.
Just watching people throw chairs at each other and like not have to stress out about it because normally that would be a stressful situation to
Right.
see. So yeah, wrestling's awesome.
Are you the one who books all these events?
I book a lot of them. Yeah. The shows right now are interesting because as a new venue, we're not really established with a lot of the agents. So now we're trying to work with agents and build those relationships to be able to book more shows and get more shows into our venue. I think that's one of the things that I'm interested in as well because it's just kind of adds culture to the space, like it's not just a dance club. There's actually like art going on. I mean, it is the arts district, and like to be able to like do things that, pivot to art is really what I'm interested in. I think that's another reason why there's art on the wall. Another thing too is like I'd like to work with more local artists to hang up their art on the wall, but not, the reason why I did a lot of the art I have now is to kind of set the vibe because it's kind of rough to say, hey, we're taking submissions for artists. And then, an artist is like, hey, here's my SpongeBob painting. It's like, it doesn't fit the vibe. So like, that's why a lot of the paintings are up there. It's kind of like sets the tone of kind of what I'm looking for. So yeah.
It's an awesome vibe. I love it. What is your goal as far as having different concerts or events? Is this something that you want to see regularly, or?
Yeah, I would like to. I'd like to have concerts at least like once a week,
Do you think comedy would work there?
I think it could, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of things.
Because they closed the comedy club.
I know. So that's where Art Bar was. That's where the bar I used to work. My first bar.
Really?
Was in that where that comedy club was. That was, like I said, like maybe 7,500 years ago. But
because I took my whole team there, we enjoyed it, and then it shut down. So I was like kind of sad. Like I feel like, and then I remember seeing your stage, and I'm like, could that work there?
Oh yeah, I could definitely work. And that's that's other things to work on. Just getting these people like to do shows with us. It's it's just work. Just got to do it.
I might ask for for myself because my dream was always to be a comedian.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm too monotone, so my delivery.
No, you can do that. I think that's like the thing now. Like
really?
You can be monotone, and then
they'll tell me don't quit my day job.
Yeah, but that's the joke, right? Yeah, the monotone thing works. I think what Mitch Hedberg is the most famous one, right? Would you say? Mitch Hedberg?
Right? Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know, but if I had the courage to do it, maybe. But
I mean,
one day we'll see.
Yeah, you got a joke? It's weird to ask people that, right?
My goal is just to make people laugh. I enjoy making them laugh. I'm not really with like joke setups, but just trying to, drop some and they don't see it coming because it's monotone. Yeah. So it works. But I was thinking that's another option over there since that place closed down. I don't know if there's, anybody else doing it in downtown.
It's just about, like I said, building these relationships with agents. So they bring their comics through and route them through Vegas. It's just, work, emails, sending emails, getting people aware of the venue, there's still a lot of work I need to do on the venue itself. I want to like do more stuff with the lighting, and I need to build.
Are you learning that as you go? Like when events are happening, like I would want to do this, this, and this, or?
Well, I think a lot of it came down to when we opened, I was like, okay, like I can't afford to do much more. I need to open and make money and then
build off that.
Look into it, right? Yeah. So I think that's part of it. There are things, the DJ booth right now is the next project. Right now we're just using a table with a tablecloth over it held up by Dixie cups. So
that's awesome.
So it just looks corny, but it works, but yeah. I think a lot of the stuff that I want to do might be a little bit more feasible now that we've been open. and I'm really thankful and lucky for that. We actually get a new neon sign coming in either this week or next week, so that's cool.
Nice.
It's gonna be really neat. I think really excited about it because it's gonna be really cool. Um, yeah, it just I don't know. I've been working a lot, and this conversation is kind of interesting, to be honest, because I've been inside myself a lot, and it's like talking about it now it makes me realize that I actually really do like doing this. I think I've just been overworked, but it's only been like a month. Why would I expect not to be overworked?
Hmm.
So I'm actually really grateful you invited me here today because it's nice to say these things out loud. Um,
I feel like you should be the spotlight of the bar.
oh, that's nice
I
to
shouldn't
say.
be. I mean, I'm giving you bar advice. I've never owned a bar, but I want so many people to know how cool you are.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, we're
That's
going to
cool.
blast this all over, but I feel like people need to come see you. Is there a lot of locals coming to the bar? I mean, I guess like First Friday.
Oh, First Friday's crazy. Yeah. Well,
We should change the name to Every Friday.
yeah, that would be awesome. Our Fridays are pretty good, luckily, thankfully.
Mhm.
First Friday though, we only been open. Last First Friday was our first one, and it was
Okay.
really crazy. So I'm hoping that continues, and I can like bank on First
Let's
Friday.
tell people about First Friday because a lot of people are moving from out of town. They're not familiar.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. So the First Friday is an art. It's an art thing. Essentially, they have vendors and food, and people kind of go to the arts. I think it's like Charleston and Main Street area. So they block off that area, even though I keep hearing they're going to move it. So it's a lot of up in the air stuff, but a lot of people just go there. I think
Mhm.
they just go downtown for First Friday because it's just a thing they do. It's almost like a habit. And it's just like there's a lot of vendors and there's a lot of people walking around, and it's just a lot of people. It was first started as like an art thing, and I think they're still kind of doing that. However, I just don't know exactly what the story is. I'll be honest.
Mhm.
It just seems like a lot of people just go down First Friday. So all the bars are packed.
So you were open for one of them so far,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they migrated your way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because one of the things too is like we're like the only dance club, I would say, in the area. And so, I think people go to these bars like Rebar and Liquid Diet, and they want to move around and dance
Mhm.
around. And so like they went to, Bazaar Bar, and I think now that we've been open a little bit longer, I think this First Friday will be a lot busier.
What kind of music are you playing?
So First Friday, it's more of like I have my friend Andrew DJing, and he does like a mix of themes from like the 80s to like 2000s of like cool music, not
Mhm.
like top 40. Some of it is a little bit, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not what you would hear on the strip. And that's kind of the whole point of Bazaar Bar. It's like, it's not like a top 40 dance club. It's like a little bit unique. It's more alternative. It's more like, it's not so serious, It's not.
Mhm.
You don't have
Yeah.
to buy a table. Like you don't have to dress up. You can
Are
dress
the book
weird.
are the bookcases going to be open right away, or does the dance floor open at a certain
The
time?
dance floor usually opens at 9.
Okay.
But yeah, that'd be cool. I think it's just a learning game right now. Like for instance, on Saturdays, I'm trying to do a party, an early party from 6 to 10, where it's 80s, 90s, and 2000s, kind of like more
Nice.
marketed towards like millennials and Gen X people
Uh
because they don't want to stay out till 2.
huh.
So it's like a 6 to 10 party, and I'll be DJing
That's
it.
awesome that you're taking that in consideration.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Because 10
figured,
o'clock for them is late.
yeah,
When I say
Saturdays.
them, it's me. But
Yeah, me too. I'm just,
So you're gonna DJ?
yeah, I DJ once in a while.
What?
I've been DJing for a while. But I do like, I'm going to do an 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I'm actually DJing this Friday. It's like a indie night where we do like a lot of indie sleaze stuff and some of the newer stuff.
Is DJing the way I was used to think about it with techniques and all that, or is it more now where
Well,
it's
it's different. I mean, there's that that's coming back pretty heavily with the vinyl DJing. But I personally do video DJing, where I'm DJing music videos, and I like
Are they
blast the
on the
video
screens?
yeah, blast the video on the wall.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's like a visual component
What
as
a
well.
vibe.
So yeah, it's interesting. I'm hoping this Friday goes well. I haven't DJ'd it in a while, so I'm a little nervous.
Is that something that you need to practice, or you just?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. If I haven't done it in like 6 months, which is kind of a long time, because like I don't know, I'm always thinking I need to practice and I'm putting it off. So yeah, I'm gonna do it this Friday and this Saturday, and then hopefully the early party becomes a thing, and I can do that every Saturday. I just think we're kind of. I've noticed on Saturdays people don't really show up to the bar till 10.
Okay.
So if I can market something as an early party, I'm hoping that will kind of catch. I do think there's a lot of people that just don't want to stay out till like I said, like 1 in the morning or 2 or 3. But then there's people that do. So we can hit both crowds. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that you're taking that in consideration.
Yeah,
I'll tell my wife we can be home by 10.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
So that's going to be on Fridays. How do these bars work in downtown? Is there like a cover for them, or how does it mostly work?
Some places like Oddfellows, there's a cover, and it's so small and it gets so packed there that makes sense.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm not really doing a cover. I'm also for the reason I'm trying to build community and like have people experience the space before so they can see the value when there is a cover. I don't know when that will be. I don't know when I would want to charge a cover, if it'd be like in a couple months.
But with
a
you
couple years.
DJing, that we need a cover. I mean,
Yeah, right. No. I mean, if people can just pay with candy, I think that would work for my night. That'd be great. Or just love notes. That'd be cool. I'd appreciate that. That would be really cool.
love notes with the candy inside.
Yeah. Like Valentine's Day.
So without covers, how can you make sure the bar stays successful? Is it people ordering drinks?
Yeah, we sell booze. That's how we make money.
Okay.
We make money by selling booze.
So buy a drink
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah. With the shows too, which is you don't really make money off shows. Like you book a band and you hope you make the money back in ticket sales to pay the band, and then you make the money off the bar. I mean, yes, you make money off of bands sometimes, but in my experience with a lot of the booking, it seems like I'm just happy to make our money back to pay the bands and all the overhead that goes along with it, because it's expensive to have bands. You got to do like a higher marketing spend. You have to pay for their hospitality, pay for the extra security, pay for the sound guy, a lighting guy sometimes.
Yeah.
It's expensive. So, I think I see why a lot of bars are kind of moving away from the live music thing to the DJ thing.
Right.
But, I still think there's some value to it to bring to Vegas when we can like provide a band that like may not have came through here because there was nowhere to play before, but now there is. I think that's something that I'm actually really excited about to be able to provide to Vegas. Because it's interesting,
Is there always music playing in the bar, or is that on weekends?
On the weekends, there's always a DJ.
Okay.
I try to
Every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do something every day we're open, just because I think I'm learning this now, like just being a bar may be a little bit difficult because it's so competitive in that area. I think I have to do events or have something going on.
But do these other bars have areas where if you want to go inside and have loud music, fine, but you also can go to your patios and have a conversation?
Yeah.
Do these other bars have? I mean, I just thought that was such a plus because I want to go inside and party, but I also want to be able to have a conversation.
Rebar has a cool patio. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm not even trying to like
say no. I'm trying to push your place.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm not. I think our patio is just awesome, though. I do.
It is.
I just think it's the best patio. Like, I think it's so undiscovered right now because from the times from 7 to like 9, you get to see the sunset, and it's like it's beautiful. Like, it's just nice to watch, and just chill. I have misters out there. So that's nice. It's getting hot. So that'll help, you know. I I think, yeah, I think the patio is just not really utilized. I think on the weekends, late at night, people like going out there and chatting with their friends. But from that sweet spot, seven to maybe 8 or 9,
Mm-hmm.
when that sun's going, oh my nose, when that when that sun's going down, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just a cool little experience. So yeah, come to the patio. Whatever camera's looking at me.
I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was a cool vibe. And you even have a second patio. Is that more of an overflow?
So that's I use that mainly on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do another dance party out there. I would like to do more community driven events on the weekdays on that side patio. Like for instance, like open mics, poetry nights, just things that
Can you have two things going on at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I just think the space and my vision of that side patio was to let folks use it for like, like I said, like poetry or like even like a little open mic comedy show.
That would be
just,
cool.
you know, just something, you know, people have access to. Like I wouldn't charge them for it or anything. It's just like, hey, use the space and like create and like.
Do you see
be
like
yourself.
private events or people being able
So
to?
we're working on the private event stuff. I've had some inquiries and I've had maybe 2 private events, but I think what we're doing right now is we're building a private event deck. So people, if they want to like do something with like a corporate buyout or something, like there's something ready for them. So that's something to work on. Just more stuff to work on.
Yeah.
It's always something to work on. Which is fine.
It's a lot.
It's fine. I'm lucky, like I said, to be able to do it. So
Getting a little better every day. That's all that matters.
yeah. I think so.
What's the most popular drink at the bar?
That's a good question. Well, the bar manager made all the drinks. Tommy, her name's Tommy, and all the cocktails you see on the menu. And I think she did a really good job because they're really easy to make and they're all sweet and no one seems to complain. So that's good. I would say it was like a lychee martini, I think, or a strawberry oasis. One of the two.
Yeah.
It's just a really sweet, easy drink. It works well. We're not really a mixology bar, so you're not going to be able to like get like a Negroni. I mean, you could, but it's not going to be like you would get at like some of these other bars. To be honest, I think the pull of our bar is just more like the music and the vibe, right? So yeah, we're not really a mixology bar. I don't think I'd want to be honest, either.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of competition in that, and there's just no need.
Yeah.
You know,
the vibe is everything.
Yeah.
I even ordered a water. You gave it to me in a can.
Yeah,
that's
cool, right? Yeah.
That's
cool. It's cool. You get to crush the cans. It's great. But yeah, definitely. I mean, when you were in your 20s, where did you go? Did you live out here in Vegas?
Yeah, I actually moved my senior year of high school, so I missed kind of that downtown scene, which kind of sad about.
Oh, okay.
My wife was actually born and raised here. I thought she was the only one, but I guess you were too.
We know each other, I'm sure.
Probably. She used to ride her horse to the drive-through movies and drive-through at McDonald's, and when there was all this dirt around. You've really seen the city grow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, she must have lived like. Where did she grow up at?
Yeah, so in the northwest part of town, I
Yeah.
think she went to Clark. It's just, it was just when I moved here, it's probably been 25, 26, 27 years. I remember just single roads everywhere, dirt everywhere. And now the city is exploded. If people are listening to this and considering Vegas, how would you sell them on Vegas?
Well, I mean, it depends on where they're moving from, right? Like, I would say, hey, if you're moving from California, like less traffic, it seems like it's better priced housing. I mean, you know, I think what I like about Vegas, I think it's very convenient to live out here. I think I mean, you can go get food at like 3 a.m. if you wanted to. It's hard to get lost. Like driving around out here, it's hard to get lost. I mean, you can, but it's still pretty difficult. Like, I mean,
never
even
thought
without
of that.
GPS, like it's so easy to get
That's
around.
such a good point.
Like it really is. There's like you can like even use like the Luxor light or
right?
something
Just follow that.
as like your North Star.
Yeah.
I think Vegas is interesting. I mean, it's still like a small city, but it's also not like it's in between. You know, it's not. Like downtown's interesting. I see a lot of the same people, and so like, it's not like a really big city.
Yeah.
Um,
Still got that small town vibe.
yeah. The only thing I think that maybe some people might not like is I do feel like you have to have a car out here.
Mm.
Personally, that's what I think. Downtown is interesting.
But once they get those condos and stuff up there, can you pretty much do everything there?
That's what I was going to say. I feel like downtown's a little interesting. You could, however, I still think the grocery store, if there was a grocery store downtown, that'd be amazing. I think that would really, I think any grocery store downtown that was in that area.
But now you can pretty much get stuff delivered. So
yeah, that's true too. That is true. That's true.
What's the late night spots to eat over there?
Where do I go? There's just so many bars. Like there's like Starboard Tack. They have food. I mean, there's always Denny's, but a lot of the casinos you can get food.
Is that 24 hours? That Denny's?
Some of the casinos, there's the casinos usually all have like a 24-hour diner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, another thing too is like you can also go grocery shopping late at night too, 24 hours. Like there's grocery stores that are open. I don't know about other cities, but I swear when I visit other cities, you can't even get gas after like 1 a.m. at some places, and it's just like, what is this? I don't understand.
So that's your sales pitch about Vegas.
I
We're
would just
always
say,
open.
Yeah, that, but it's I don't know. I just think like you can move out here and there would also always be something to do, So that's kind of nice too. It just depends. I think if I were to sell someone in Vegas, I would ask where they're from first and kind of pitch them on that, But yeah, I think, there's just a lot of stuff to do out here and it's just convenient. It's so convenient.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Come to Vegas. We're always open.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're from the East Coast, we don't have snow.
Yeah, that too. It's not so, it is hot.
If you're from the
really
Midwest, it's not humid.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's just a lot of benefits out here. What would you say? I mean, you're the sales guy.
I mean, for me, it's pretty much, no state income tax. I think the weather's incredible, even though it gets 115 outside and my animals are miserable. I live on a farm, but at the end of the day, it's dry heat. I think it's a great small town still, even though we're really getting big, but there's so much about this town that I feel is incredible. And I think really that's why everybody's coming and it's really booming because whatever you want to do, there's something to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you want to do some fun in downtown, Bazaar Bar is the place to go. Give us the information on where people can look up what events are happening at your bar.
All right. So I think for this one, I'm going to look at this camera right here. So it seems like I'm talking to the audience. You can go to our website, bazaarbarlv.com.
Okay.
Go to our socials, Bazaar Bar LV, Instagram. I have a TikTok, Bazaar Bar LV again. And there's a Facebook for whoever you still uses that. A lot of our socials are we're really active on socials. The website, though, you can find more so of like when our concerts are.
Okay.
And you can buy tickets off our website. So
really?
Yeah. Go to our website. And just come and just, I don't know, enjoy yourself and don't feel like it needs to be too serious.
If you get there and there's an event going on, you can buy tickets there.
You can buy tickets at the door too. Okay. Yeah.
Would you recommend buying it on the website or?
I would say on the website, just some of our shows have sold out. So if you buy them early, it's
okay.
Don't worry about selling out.
Which one of those socials do I go on to see you?
Oh, I'm
because I'm on Instagram. I'm on your bar. I see a lot of the bar stuff and the events happening. How do I get more of you? TikTok?
No, I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Let's get more of you on the bar
it's
side.
TIMJKAM.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay.
No, that's cool.
I'm on Bazaar Bar. Which
I'm
one's
gonna-
yours?
Tim J Cam, TIMJKAM. That's my
I'm
Instagram
following
one.
today.
I think
Okay.
I'm a little camera shy. I know maybe it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like that, but I don't really have a lot of. I don't know. I'm just
Well, let's get you more on camera. Tim, you were incredible. I loved chatting with you today. Blessed to have met you. And I can't wait to come to your bar between 6 and 10. I'll be in bed by 10.
Please.
Thank
That'd
you,
be
sir.
awesome.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you.